हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
ओमज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। Thank you all very much for being here. Nice to meet all of you after a week. So we'll continue our discussion from the last week. We were discussing 25 important lessons from Ramayana. And I hope all of you might be remembering. We learned the first three lessons, and today we'll start the fourth one. Okay. So I'll just share the screen. Just a second. Is the screen visible to all?
Yes, प्रभु जी।
Okay. All right. So we'll just quickly revise in 2 minutes what we discussed last time. Among 25 vital lessons of Ramayana, first one, very crucial one, was power of bad association, Manthara and Kaikeyi. And Kaikeyi was spoiled by Manthara's misconceptions and misunderstandings. When she developed a misunderstanding. Second lesson which we learned was attachment to service and not to the position, attachment not to the titles but towards responsibilities. So we should become responsible in our behavior rather than getting entitled. We should take care. And you might not be, it might not be relevant for you now, but when you grow up, you should always remember that more than entitlement, more than titles, more than positions, what's important is service, responsibility. All right. Third lesson we learned is to vanquish the demonic tendency, we need to come out of our comfort zone. And that's the mission of our life. Mission of our life is not to be comfortable. Mission of our life is to come out of our comfort zone and improve ourselves and make a better version out of ourselves. So therefore, we should come out of our comfort zone and work on ourselves. Little struggle is required. Little hard work is required. Okay. And then we'll continue to the fourth lesson, which is given extreme reversals, if taken in proper spirit, will help us fulfill our mission of life. But whenever there is some calamity, some disaster in life, it should always be taken in a positive spirit. Now, question to all of you. Do you know what is this picture which is given in the slide? Who is this? What's happening? Anyone? Sukriti, yes. Go ahead.
The Rakshasas are attacking Prahlad Maharaj.
Yes, Rakshasas are attacking Prahlad Maharaj. They're torturing him. And so what was the reaction of Prahlad Maharaj? Anyone else? What Prahlad Maharaj reacted during that time? Anyone? Apart from Sukriti, what was Prahlad Maharaj's reaction? Yes, Shrikari?
He just kept chanting the holy name of the Lord.
Yes, he kept chanting the holy name of the Lord. Thank you very much, both of you, Sukriti and Sri. Even though Prahlad Maharaj was tormented, was tortured, even by his own father, just imagine. And what was Prahlad Maharaj's mistake? He was a devotee of Krishna. And Hiranyakashipu couldn't tolerate it. I'm expecting all of you must have seen Mahavatar Narasimha animation. I don't know if it was released in US. I think it was released in US also. Did you see any one of you saw that? Oh, Shrikari
It's
saw it.
our favorite movie here, Prabhuji.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Very nice. So Damodar has seen, Sukriti has seen. Okay. So what a brilliant movie they created. And we see that Prahlad Maharaj was always very positive and respectful towards his father. even though he was about to kill him. Now, being a spiritualist, being a spiritual practitioner, we should always face calamity in spiritual consciousness that it is Lord's mercy, so that I grow up, I become better. And what people do in the outside world, they blame the situation. They blame the situation, why it's happening to me, and it's because of him, it's because of her, why God is doing this to me. There's one very important topic which actually we need to take in our preaching, why bad things happen to good people. You must have heard that many times. So the point is, when Lord Ram was banished to the forest for 14 years, he didn't say a word, didn't even say a word. He very gratefully accepted it because it was ordered from his father. Now, if we would have been in a situation, we could have gone wild. That how dare you send me to the forest? I'm the next king. Who are you to send me to the forest? Just because of this stupid lady. But he accepted it. Not that we should be exploited and we should not use our brain, but whenever there is calamity, something which is not in our hands, we should accept it, let it go, and it shall pass after some time. There's a very beautiful principle abbreviated as CAR, CAR. Anyone knows the full form? Have you heard of it before? CAR, CAR principle?
No, Prabhuji.
No? So I'll just mention that. So the CAR principle in life is C stands for CAR. C stands for change the changeable. Whatever can be changed, whatever can be influenced, we should work hard upon it. Change the changeable. You can write down in your notebooks also. Change the changeable. A stands for accept the unchangeable. Accept the unchangeable. Some things cannot be changed. So we need to tolerate. We need to be patient and let it go. And R stands for realizing the difference between the two. What can be changed and what cannot be changed. So we should be very smart and we should be very wise to realize difference between the two. I'll just write in the chat box also. So if any one of you is not writing, you may remember. Change the changeable. I'm expecting that all of you might be noting down. Accept the unchangeable and realize difference between the two. Yeah. This is car principle of human behavior. We should accept calamities and reversals and be grateful with a grateful heart. All right. Okay. Next lesson we learn from Ramayana is Ram or Aram. Test for every seeker. Would someone like to read what's written beneath the title? Anyone? Yes, Sukruti?
Citizens of Ayodhya wanted to go with Lord Rama to forest and leave behind all the comforts, Aram, of the city of Ayodhya.
Yeah. So the devotees or the citizens of Ayodhya, when they got the news that Ram has been banished to the forest, they wanted to leave everything they had. They wanted to go with Lord Ram, Sita, Lakshman to the forest. They wanted to go with them to the forest because there's no use of living in the city, living in comforts without the presence of the Lord. That's what their mood was, and that's the mood of a devotee. There's no use. What is the use of such a life where we are comfortable enough? So therefore, as it has been mentioned earlier, also we discussed last time also and today also that in comfort zone we can never achieve any success. We need to come out. And only when we come out of our comfort zone, we can develop ourselves. We can struggle and develop ourselves. Because everything requires pain. Development and training requires pain. We need to take that pain. We need to voluntarily take that pain so that we can grow in spiritual life. Very important. Now, how many of you know what happened afterwards? Citizens of Ayodhya wanted to go with Lord Ram to the forest. And then what happened? Anyone with the story? What happened next? The citizens of Ayodhya left with Lord Ram. All of them were going along with Lord Ram, along with his chariot. And then what happened? Who knows? Srikari, yes. Only the girls speak. Why boys are sleeping, I think. Yes, Sri.
So like, Lord Ram, like, so all of the citizens of Ayodhya, they follow Lord Ram, Lakshman, and Sita Devi to like the forest, and then one like the night, so they all sleep, and then the trio, like Ram, Lakshman, and Sita, they leave early in the morning so that they don't disturb the citizens, and
Okay.
they go in another path deep inside the forest.
Yeah. Good point. Thank you. Thank you, Sri. Actually, what happened was Lord Ram very smartly, he didn't deny any of them to come with him. And they decided that they'll spend the night on the bank of river Saryu, just there in Ayodhya, nearby Ayodhya. So then Lord Ram said to them that we'll spend night together. And all of them slept on the banks of the river. Everyone was very happy being with Lord Ram. But then what happened? They left very early in the morning when everyone was soundly sleeping, fast asleep. Lord Ram with Lakshman and Mother Sita called their charioteer Sumantra and they left. They left the place. So when Ayodhya Vasis, all the citizens of Ayodhya, they woke up, to their uttermost surprise, they saw that Lord is not there. Now, the lesson we learn from here is they gave up all their comforts so that they can be with Lord Ram. And the moment they came to their comfort zone, they slept without any consciousness. Lord left from their lives. If anyone was awake, of course, it was arrangement of the Lord that they could sleep and so that he can leave because he couldn't take everyone to the forest. But the point is, if we are concerned for our own enjoyment and comfort zone, we miss the opportunity. Therefore, next lesson is we require alertness in spiritual life. We need to be alert. We need to be attentive. Okay? We need to be attentive in Krishna consciousness. Various things where we should be attentive in our spiritual life, like chanting. We should be very attentively doing chanting, not just dozing off. We should be very attentively hearing classes. We should be very attentively reading, being attentive in kirtans. We should be doing everything in bhakti with attention. Why we should do it with attention? Now you may say, but Prabhuji, it feels boring. It's the same Mahamantra every day, same beat back. Very boring. But we need to work hard and develop ourselves. See, chanting may be boring. Hearing classes may be boring. You might be thinking, when would he stop and we take our dinner? And reading books might be boring. But the point is, even in material world, things are boring. Same school, same friends, same parties, same movies, same stories every time. Do we see anything different? Actually, the point is, you will understand that spiritual life is more exciting. It is adventurous. If someone wants thrill, it's there in the scriptures. Scriptures have all genres: thrill, suspense, action, romance, politics, everything, comedy. Scriptures have all the genres. Just yesterday, I read a very beautiful story in Mahabharata regarding Nal and Damayanti. And externally speaking, actually, it's a very romantic story. Struggle and tragedy in one's love life. Yudhishthir Maharaj is hearing that story in Mahabharata. We'll discuss sometime. Someone of you may remind me. We'll discuss that. It may look that it's a very romantic story. Point is, scriptures have everything. And therefore, whenever we practice spiritual life, whatever we are doing, even though we may not like it, but we should be attentive. You might have heard all the 10 offenses in morning program. So what is the 11th offense? 10th offense is that to maintain material attachments, right? And what is the 11th offense? It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against all these offenses. You must have heard in the morning program. So we should learn 10 offenses also. So the point is that we should be very attentive. We should put efforts. We should be attentive, like putting hard work in whatever activity we are doing in spiritual life. And whenever we chant, we should be very attentive hearing all the Maha Mantras. Whenever we hear classes, we should have habit of taking notes so that we remember. And whenever we read books, whenever we read Srila Prabhupada books or anything Ramayana, Mahabharata, any story books, we should highlight and remember important points so that we learn. Otherwise, we don't learn. If you go to school, you go to school empty-handed just with your mobile phone so that you can make reels and you don't hear anything. And it may happen that you don't make notes. We don't remember anything. Okay? So therefore, if citizens of Ayodhya would have been attentive and awake, they could have lived with Lord Ram for 14 years, but they missed the chance. Okay, that's our lesson from this. So if one is inattentive or lazy, he'll lose taste in bhakti. It won't seem interesting. It'll be boring. We'll wait, when does this end? Let it finish as soon as possible. So very important. It's very important. So we should be very cautiously and attentively practicing Krishna consciousness. Going to the temple, right? Generally, devotees are only attentive in one thing. Who knows what's that? In Krishna consciousness, you might have never seen someone sleeping while doing this. Yes, Shri?
Having prasadam, Prabhuji.
Having prasadam. I don't remember anyone sleeping while taking prasad. You might have seen people sleeping in chanting, dozing off in chanting with the they doze off in chanting. People, when they devotees, when they hear classes are the best way to sleep, best place to sleep, right? And they just sleep dozing off in front of the speaker. When we read books, they smash the book with their faces. But you might never see anyone sleeping while taking prasad. Never, just never happens. Anyone has that experience? Sleeping while taking prasad? Even if our hands and legs are broken, never. Unless we are very tired, of course, unless we are very tired, but hardly we see. People just wait for prasadam, what's the menu, and then we wait for the right, our friends, so that we get on the right table. And devotees are famous for taking prasad. ISKCON is famous for giving out sweets. Everyone likes sweets. Okay. So never ever someone will be sleeping while taking prasad because we take it very attentively. Only prasad we consider as Lord's mercy. Only prasad. But everything is Lord's mercy. Hearing about him, chanting about him is also Lord's mercy. Singing about him is also Lord's mercy. So we should be attentive. We should develop attentiveness. Very attentively doing that. And we should work hard so that we can be attentive. If we sleep on time, if we rise up early, get up early on time, we can chant nicely. If we sleep at 12, get up early, and then we doze off. So we should be attentive, be disciplined in our lives. Very important, okay? And the last lesson we learned for today is, someone would read this? Anyone? Apart from the girls. Boys are sleeping this time. I don't know what happened. Yes, Damodar, of course. Damodar, save the respect of boys. Yes. Go ahead, Damodar.
7. Sometimes saintly persons might cause pain to others, not to hurt them, but benefit them. Bharat
Yeah,
disowns Kaikai or Prahlad disregards Hiranyakashipu.
yeah. We saw the movie Prahlad. Prahlad Maharaj was very respectful, but he always used to say to his father, "My dear father, Lord Vishnu is the source of everything. He is my father, he is your father also. Please chant his names. Please become his devotee." He never listened to what Hiranyakashipu said, but he wasn't disrespectful also. Bharat disowned Kekai when he came to know that Kekai sent Lord Ram to exile for 14 years. Many a times, our teachers, our mentors, spiritual masters, they may put us in a situation where situations are hard. Sometimes they can be very hard on us. We may not like it also, and we may not generally like it, but that's for our own growth. We should accept it. I don't know how many of you have that, how many of you had that experience when I was in school. So I used to go for martial arts classes. And I don't know if you have that experience. If we learn combat sports like karate, martial arts, judo, kung fu, and all, the trainers there are very ruthless. I don't know if you have that experience. So sports is something else, and combat sports, you learn the trainers are very ruthless. Yes, Shri? You had that experience before?
Yes. Yeah, I'm learning karate, so
Yeah.
yes.
So they're very ruthless. When I was in, I learned for 4 years from my fifth grade till, no, from sixth till ninth grade, and went to a lot of competitions, won gold medals, and was beaten up badly, broke my hands and legs, and everything happened. And they were not at all merciful. They used to make us work out. First, we need to run for half an hour, and then practice used to start. They're telling boys, and we were in eighth or ninth grade, and they're telling us to break the bricks, break the tiles, and hands used to pain, legs used to pain, and our trainer who was there, he was black belt third grade, international level player. He used to beat us with those. I don't know if you have seen that. In India, we have those thick telephone cables, wire cables, this thick. And whenever we kick and it was not proper, he would give a slash on the back. My God, that was the most horrible thing. If we came late, if you were disrespectful to anyone, he just gave a hard beating. And I was like, if I grow up one day, I'll kill this, but I'll shoot him down in the market. I just never liked him. Oh my God, so much he made us practice. After running for half an hour, then we used to practice so many punches and kicks and kicking pads and punching pads and here and there. And we were just about to faint. And then he was like, okay, next day again in the morning at 6 a.m. Of course, he was very nice, but during practice, he was very disciplined, very hard. I hated him actually. But when I grew up, now I'm understanding whatever beating he gave me that time, whatever slashing he gave that time, is very useful now because that made me disciplined. Doing everything on time and not forgetting anything, doing everything with priority, doing everything responsibly. And once he always used to tell that whenever if you're learning something, you are learning it not for exploiting the weak, but it's for your own defense. You should save whenever someone is in difficulty. That's what he used to say. So it was very disciplined, and I didn't like it. But somehow now it's paying effects. It's paying off. And now I understand whatever he did was actually for our own benefit, for my own benefit. So that made me disciplined. That made me hard. That built the spirit in me that I should not give up. He made me fight even when I broke my wrist. And I was like, I told him, sir, I can't fight. I just let me go. I'll give up. It was my silver medal fight. That person, that actually I used to learn martial art. That person was learning karate. So he used to kick me on my wrist again and again, and my wrist broke. So then I said, I'll just give up. I can't fight anymore. It's paining. So then he said, no, you have to fight. So he put a bandage around my hand And he told me that since this hand would be in the front, keep it at the back. Keep at the back and then fight. And then he motivated me that actually without pain you can't be a man without tolerating pain. You have to tolerate this pain. You need to fight, never give up. And I was like, do hell with this man. I don't want to do it anymore. And then still I went for fight because I obeyed him. I went for fight. I put this hand behind my back and then fought for the gold medal. And then that person learning karate, he knew that this hand was broken. So again and again was hitting on this wrist. It pained a lot. And then somehow or other, I was able to fight and somehow I won the gold medal. And then I learned that one should never give up, even though I would have lost. But the point is that spirit of never giving up builds inside. And that is painful because nothing happens without pain. Okay. Only thing, someone said this, only thing, okay, Damodar also learns karate. Wow. We should learn actually. Combat sports are very nice. It makes us disciplined. What was I saying? I forgot. Yeah, spirit of never giving up. We should not give up. Not at all. And we should always have this spirit of struggling. There was an English saying that only thing which you get without hard work is dandruff in your hairs. For everything we require hard work. It is painful and we should take that pain. We should take that pain for our own benefit. And since our mind is weak, we may not put ourselves in a painful situation because we always want comfort. Our mind always wants comfort. So we should let our seniors, teachers, parents, mentors, spiritual masters, let them put us in a service so that we struggle and develop ourselves. So we should allow others, our well-wishers, to put us in a situation like that because that's how we grow. And that happens since we should have this habit since our childhood itself. That okay, let them give us targets so that we can beat ourselves. It's a very important habit to develop. Not being in the comfort zone, always sleeping, relaxing. We just want to chill out. Where's my mobile? Just seeing reels. One should avoid that. It takes discipline, but yes, it's required. And whenever we are in pain, whenever something bad happens, or whenever something's struggling, there's some struggle by seniors or our mentors, teachers, parents, it's for our own benefit. We should take it in a positive spirit. All right. So today we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. 7 lessons we learn. We'll continue next time. Any questions, comments, take home messages one by one? You can speak without taking names. Someone is there? Me and Damodar learn karate in the same class. Wow. Okay, so when I come there, we'll have some fights. All right. Yes, Sukriti, go ahead.
My take home message was I like how saintly person might cause pain to others by the example you gave at the end, because I also learned this saying that I really like. It's like no pain, no gain.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Sukriti. Shambhavi, yes, go ahead.
My take home message is like always like trust your well wishers because they know the best for you.
Yeah, they're thinking the best for us. Thank you, Shambhavi. Very important. Yes, Sri.
Okay, so my take-home message is that like we will lose our taste in bhakti if we are lazy or unattentive. So if we want bhakti to be fun or exciting or more palatable, we have to develop that eagerness to do bhakti.
Yes, good point, good point. Yes, Damodar. Damodar also showed a thumbs up. He wants to fight with me whenever I come. Okay, sure. Yes, Damodar, go ahead.
Yeah, so I like the class. What I liked was like my favorite example was like which one was it? The fourth one, I think.
What?
My favorite like the example was the fourth one.
Okay, the fourth one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fourth one. Yeah, I'll just put it up. Just a second. Yeah, Prahlad Maharaj's examples. This one?
Yes, this one.
Yeah, Prahlad Maharaj's example. Prahlad Maharaj is still dealing with respect. Yes. Thank you, Damodar. Anyone else? Anyone else is left? Okay. Ram is saying Ram also learns karate. Everyone learns karate there. Yeah. Our teachers, our well-wishers, seniors, mentors, they wish the best for us. They don't hate us. They want us to grow. That we should understand. We want to be comfortable, and our well-wishers, they want us to grow. So we should hear what others, our seniors, our well-wishers, our mentors say. Okay? Yeah, okay. It's Damodar once won a sparring match because he kept punching the person straight, and the opponent was really tall, so she couldn't block his punches. Wow. Really? It was a girl, Damodar? Yeah. Oh, nice. Yes, we should learn, but we should not learn to fight amongst ourselves. We should learn it to become disciplined, that we don't give up. And we don't always like comfortable situation, but always struggle to become better. Okay? Yeah. All right, we'll stop here for today. Next week we'll meet again. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Ramchandra Bhagwan ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaved Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Rama is black belt, seriously?
No, he's a green belt.
Green belt, yeah, because I was red belt, and before my black belt, I came to ISKCON. So they told me, Prabhu, you are not this body. So, anyways, black belt is not needed. So they made me give it up. Sad story. Anyways, no regrets. We'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We'll meet next week.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.